What it do? This is Poseidon of Deep Astrology. Welcome to my page. Woo! Let's start by giving thanks, y'all. Breathe in through your nose. Release that bitch. Breathe in through your nose. Release that bitch. Breathe in through your nose. Release that bitch. Flow. Sound vibration. Welcome. This is going to be our conscious connective build for the end of Taurus season going into Gemini. Just a little bit of what we should be expecting and what is going to be serving us and influence us during the beginning of Gemini season and pretty much the end of Taurus message going into Gemini. So this Taurus season was very ceremonial. I know for me on a particular level, this was a ceremonial. It was very indulgent into the senses, indulging into pleasurable experience of what you deem pleasurable and valuable to you and your unique experience. This was all about that and about building on those things that are real to us, that we can make real, those things that we value, that we show appreciation for. We have Mercury getting ready to exit Taurus with the sun. So that's when we're going to have our 0 degrees conjunction within Gemini with the sun and Mercury, which is going to be like this conscious awakened state, this awakened psychological patterning. It's going to be reawakening our psyche. It's going to be reawakening us to logic and how to create logical forms out of things that are like tangible, if that makes sense. And so I wrote some stuff down for this Gemini season 2019, end of Taurus. So next week on Tuesday, we have the sun entering Gemini with Mercury following right behind it. So once Mercury and the sun make its conjunction and become good bedfellows, we start to have the mental capacity, like this open space for knowledge to really come in, and unforeseen gifts and talents and surges of awakenings to start to come and filter. It's almost like this zap. It's almost like even third eye activations definitely could definitely ensue this week coming up. Okay, third eye activation. Expect your third eye to be activated, and for these observances. I'm hearing even phenomena, phenoms. I'm hearing that in my head. Conscious manifestation, bringing our gifts out to play. I heard in my head, never say never. Cleverness, curiosity. So this would be an end of the Taurus season message. We have manifested something our eyes have seen the glory. Now we want to manifest a new story, famous allegory pertaining to reason and logic. Why? So Gemini is always going to ask why. It's always going to ask how. Is all this adding up? Why, what, who, what, when, and how. Wants to be nosy, wants to know the ins and outs of everything, wants to understand how everything works. I think, therefore I am. So Gemini is the I think. It's all about putting together new neurological pathways, new sensory skills and perception, so that we can start to reconstruct reality. You know, it's all about learning the trade of things, learning how things work through technology, how money works, learning the how, the who's, what's, when, and why. It's the curiousness, it's the joy that we find in communicating and putting together our own little words and syllables, learning different languages, learning how to establish connectivity through communication and creating perception. So Sun and Mercury conjunct at 0 degrees, wide open space reserved. We have manifested a vehicle, now it needs a tune-up. Deliverance, healthy patterns, let's heal up. Let's rejoice, hold space. space for renewal. So I say that this Mercury going into Gemini is going to be good because we've manifested a logical form, something tangible that we have put thought and effort into to market and become solidified in its in a core way, become it's a core value. And now we're taking this and we want to in a way present it or see how it's going to, how far something can go, how far that this new idea, this new manifestation can take us. What can how can we use it? You know, how in the Geminian aspect and the Geminian archetype of Mercury being the messenger, how does this affect us? How does this now on a group way, how can we now formulate a dialogue around this new car that we've manifested, this new vehicle, this new manifestation, this new gift, and how can we now fine tune it and place it? You know, how can we now how can we fix it? You know, how can it be observed? You know, how can we show and tell? You know, and integrate this, like how like we're coming to a position of discovery, self-discovery, wit and charm, you know, so that we can start to make whatever this is commercial and make it marketable to people, and people can gaze at it and want to pick at it and want to use it and confine it and conform it and take it. Okay. We've manifested new things. We've manifested new gifts, new skills. You know, we're manifesting a new sense of confidence. How can we use this new sense of confidence, you know, in the things that we value, the things that we're attracting and entertaining? How can we now use this to gain new skill, form a skill? You know, we're now wanting to formulate something and then amass something into the collective consciousness. So it's all about these sensory skills that we're developing. You know, with Mercury going through Taurus, it really was about development of our five senses and how we can utilize those five senses to gain clarity, to gain perspective, and to divine the line between our core values and what it is that we don't need. You know, having the sensibility, you know, that sensibility to, you know, strike the iron while it's hot and experiment and invent and play. It really is all about developing new awareness, sensory skills, developing new modalities of perception and clear stated thought. So we want to remain, you know, calm. We want to remain focused on the higher picture and the higher goal. There's a higher goal. You know, what is the higher goal? You know, how can we remain in integrity? You know, a lot of what Taurus season was about putting a handle on our ideas, you know, grounding a vision into reality, like making it real and utilizing what we have to make a mountain out of a molehill, you know, to really become creatively invested into something. During Taurus season, we became creatively invested. And now Gemini season, we take that mental, that logical, that investment, that pursuit, and now we're actually pursuing it. Like we're actually pursuing this vision in a higher realm of reality. Now I'm just shuffling cards and I'm just letting stuff fall out. I'm not quite ready to really pull these cards yet because I feel like I still want to talk about the energy. But Gemini, you know, I'm feeling a lot of drawback within the inner self. And I'm feeling like help is on the way. Like I feel like help is on the way. That's the message that I want to give right now, right? Victory, recognition, you know. A lot of us are being in a, and I just pulled the card for recognition, so I know that's definitely God speaking through me, like letting me know, letting you all know that whatever recognition you're looking, whatever value that you're placing on certain things, and you feel like things have not been getting recognized, you know, that things have not attained the proper light of day, you're about to receive some sort of attention, and you're about to connect with people and start communicating with people, texting, talking with people that value your ideas just as much as you value your own unique ideas and your own unique perspective and gifts and talents. You're going to start to connect with people that see you on a, not just the surface of what it looks like, you know, but you're actually going to start to tap in and connect with people and groups and familiar places that see your true value and that genuinely want to see you succeed and that want to see whatever it is that you're manifesting, this new reality, really like come true. And so you'll have a lot of people that are curious around you, that are looking for a good time, that are looking for a new spark of inspiration to take them to the next level of observance and curiosity and like trying to see what's marketable, you know, because a lot of what the air signs are about is causing, you know, creating that perception, you know, Mercury ruling over communication, learning, and commerce. So it's all about what we can sell up, you know, it's all about what we can sell up. You know, Gemini is, you know, the messenger, but they're also the salesman, you know, because they're great talkers. They have the gift of gab. So this is all going to be centered around the theme of communicating and observing. And I'm hearing in my head a watchful eye. You know, a watchful eye. It's going to be like watchful eyes. You know, many of us, we're geniuses. Like, I know for a fact that I'm a genius. I can clearly state that I'm a genius and that I have ideas and stuff that's in development that can really help to expand our vision and of what the world should be and how it can be. So that's Gemini right there. And see, now I'm a moon Gemini, moon third house. So I know how to talk to people. I know how to connect with people on a very emotional level without, you know, being overly emotional. But I know how to emotionally tap into people's psyche. And I know how to bring stuff out of them that they don't even know was there, that they don't even know that I'm like tapping into. So that's what I'm working to manifest this Gemini season, is my team of people, working to manifest my team of people, my team of influencers, my influence on the collective consciousness. This is what we're working to manifest. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards. Been shuffling for a while. This is going to be for really this upcoming week going into Gemini season. So for the week of, what are we coming into? The 20th up to the 27th. That's a lot of cards. Reshuffle. Updating. Like, we're going to be updating. This is going to be a season of updating. updating. Updating a method, reviewing a method, challenging a method, testing it out. It's like a tune-up, updating tune-up, so we can put something on the market, so we can make something valuable in a logical perspective in real time, something that we can actually sell. So let me go ahead and pull. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 3 cards for this upcoming week. You guys have the astrological information. You guys know that the Sun and Mercury is going to be conjunct at 0 degrees of Gemini on Tuesday, as soon as the Sun moves into Gemini. And so you know that there's going to be this conscious awakening, this conscious update. It's going to be like this upgrade of information, this resurgence, this power, this mental power, this mental clarity, this mental force that just strikes you while the iron's hot. And so we want to be making connections. We want to be making, these educated gates. It's like I'm hearing in my head, like the spirit, is saying that this is an opportunity, to strike while the iron is hot. This is an opportunity to really strike and like get an idea off the ground and getting it into the hands of other people. This is major invention, revolutionary. I could be speaking to some scientists, some healers, but I've been shuffling, so I'm gonna pull 3 cards up in this bitch. I'm gonna pull 3 cards. First card is going to be the overall energy of this upcoming week. The second card is going to be for how it's going to look like, what to navigate through the overall energy. Like the card would that influence you to navigate through this. And then the last card, the third card, will be the outcome, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. I've been shuffling for the past 15 minutes. And I'm going to pull. I'm just feeling a lot of high speed and energy right now. I'm asking for love, light, and clarity to surround this reading, these cards. Let it be clear. Help me to interpret the energy. Help me to come into oneness with my psychic awareness, with my guides. And let's get it down. Overall energy, 3 of Swords. How we're going to be navigating it through is the Magician. That's the navigation energy. That's what it's going to look like going through. And then the last card, okay. Ooh. Wow. Is 5 of Pentacles. My Lord. My Lord, my Lord, my Lord, my Lord. My Lord. Okay. So overall energy for the week is sorrow, betrayal, heartbreak, sadness, having to give up a certain relationship, having to give up a thought for a better one, having to give up something. You're having to grow in a very, very clear way. I'm hearing in my head clairvoyance too. But it needs to be cognitive. There needs to be a decision made. Like you're having to make a very, very hard choice, I'm hearing this week. Overall is an energy of, I'm hearing active imagination. But the 3 of Swords overall is not good energy. It's very, very negative, but it could be good if you utilize the energy right and if you come into a state of acceptance. I'm seeing that a lot, of what this week is going to entail is coming to a state of acceptance of your own personal power. And this state of acceptance of your own personal power helps you to break through any glass ceilings, any foggy mirrors, because this feels very, very like Neptunian energy too. I'm getting that very, very clearly. Neptunian energy, very, very clear, cognizant, appreciation for yourself, appreciate your own gifts and talents. You have the energy that you need surrounding you to break through any shattered glass. I'm hearing shattered glasses, to break through any to shatter that glass. Wow, it feels like it feels like, okay, for this week, for a lot of you, for wherever this is resonating for, you are like, you already have come to a point of acceptance. Like, this week is about accepting a certain truth and knowing what to do after that. It's like you come to this point of acceptance and you just have to really, really break through the mold. Like, the Three of Swords energy definitely is about being wrapped up in some in some in some in some sorrow and in some heartbreak and betrayal and sadness, um and taking it for what it is. Like, this is about you taking something for what it is, taking it and leaving it, like leaving it and just being like, okay, that was then, this is now. Like, that's how I'm hearing it. That was then, this is now. Like, that storyline doesn't even pertain to me anymore. It's like, whenever you get the Three of Swords, you're talking about heartbreak. You could be talking about a certain betrayal, friends. You feel betrayed. You feel like you have to let something go. You feel like you're going through a break, like you're going through a breaking point. This is a point of being broken. There's a point of being broken and feeling maybe even some misery, but it's like the way to navigate through is love and forward thinking and really stepping into your full sense of personal power, your sense of self, really, really coming to grips with really who you are, what your purpose is. Like, there's a purposeful move, something that you want to initiate, a new sense of power. And then you have the Five of Pentacles as the outcome. Five of Pentacles as the outcome. I mean, in my head, chaos, avail, chaos, Give me 1 second, Jewel. I'm tuning into my own angelic team right now and getting some insight. Okay, this is going to be a week where we're all forced to grow. There's this forced growth. This sense of, it's like your attitude determines your altitude, okay, this week. Your attitude determines your altitude. And even though you may have these obstacles, you may have these friendships that are like not serving you, you may have friendships that are just not working, connections that have not brought you any reward, that have made you feel down. You're breaking through a particular mold, you're breaking through a particular type of construct, and you're coming to the surface. You are rising up this week, my people. Let's get one more card out for the outcome. So for the outcome, the two cards we have for the outcome is the Five of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles, which showed you stretching yourself, like finding a home. I feel this energy of finding a home amidst the destruction, finding a palette of expression that really, really suits you, that really, really, like something that you know that you can acquire, or something that you know that you can manifest, or that you can work on, or you can build tangibly, starts to take shape. Like, you start to see how you can make, I'm hearing in my head is like, you start to see how you can like create a masterpiece or create beauty out of like pieces of glass that are broken, or dysfunction or disconnection. You can find the connection in it all. Like, it's almost like this point of like really having this forethought and just going for the kill, going for the kill, going for it. Daughter of Pentacles is all about this energy of grounded perspective, logical thinking, being reliable. You're working on something. Like, the outcome that you receive this week is you get an opportunity to really better something and turn something that's seen as not beautiful, or something that seemed as disconnected or inharmonious, and you start to like shape it and chisel it yourself. You become the architect and the magician of something. You take something that was seen as dull, dead, and weighty, and you start to become the architect of it. and you start to mold this masterpiece and this creation. Um, that I'm hearing in my head, the masterpiece, the end of it all is beauty for ashes. So whoever this resonates for, this is your weekly message. This is your end of Taurus, beginning of Gemini season 2019. I hope that y'all feel blessed. I hope that you stay blessed, that you determine that you're going to be blessed. Don't stress. Reconnect with your own sense of higher values. You're bettering yourself. You are better off after this. You're creating a masterpiece this week. You are the masterpiece. You are the masterpiece. You determine what is a masterpiece and what is not, okay? Love you all. Be blessed by the best. Don't stress. Talk to you next time.